Welcome back. Quest for You, episode 74. This is a very important episode. It may not be easy for you to understand, but from the bottom of my heart, I will do my best to explain this very important concept to you. And that is this: you have control over your life. It sounds simple, I know, but I think we don't realize that we actually do have control over our life. Remember episode 66, You Are Not Your Past? You could argue and say that your past has shaped the person you are today. I used to say that a lot because somehow I believed that my past contributed to my becoming who I am today. And yes, our experiences and influences we've had affected us, changed our thinking, our perspective on life. But they don't have to have the power over you as much as you think. You can be whoever you want to be. When you take control over your life, you can choose to be a completely different person. Remember early on in this podcast, we talked about intentions. Well, intentions are critical. Whether conscious or not, we set them every day. Actually, it was episode 40, so not that early on, if you want to re-listen to that episode about setting conscious intentions. If you don't consciously create your intentions, your path will unfold without your control. Someone or something else will set intentions and directions for you. And this may be your partner, your family, maybe your boss, maybe a spiritual community you belong to. Remember, very simplified, your life is lived on 3 levels: thoughts, feelings, and actions. Spirit, mind, and body. If your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions are motivated, driven, and inspired constantly by another person or group, what they say or what they do, then that's a pretty clear sign that you don't have much control over your life. And while you may not like how you live, while you may not be happy with it, it is your truth. That means it is the life that you're living. It sounds hopeless in some way, but it's not. You will see shortly. But what you need to understand is this, and I have experienced this for myself, and this is why I'm speaking about this. What you believe to be true about yourself is important in this entire process. Through your beliefs, you draw into your life all of your experiences, the people, the places, and the events, your current circumstances, your current life. It was created by you, through your beliefs about you. A very simple example of this is money. Many people believe that their worth is expressed in the amount of money they make. They make it their life's purpose to focus on money. That next job that pays more, that promotion, that bonus, that lifestyle, that business, and so on. Believing that money is a means to eternal happiness, life has given them a ton of money, most likely. Because life always responds. What we set out to do, life supports it. However, a single focus on money may have brought problems, possibly in relationships, maybe through unethical business decisions, of which we just need to open the paper and read about them every day. Another belief about money people harbor is that money is not for them, that they are not meant to be successful, that they are not smart enough, they come from the wrong background, and so on. They don't believe they deserve money. And often, as a consequence, they struggle in life with money. The good thing and the bad thing about all these beliefs is that life will usually give you exactly that, whatever it is you set out to do. The path life has let you down as a result of the choices you made, whether consciously or unconsciously. The problematic thing here is that often, at least I can speak so for myself, we set out to mean well. Nobody sets out to say, let me live a crappy life. And yet, somehow it sometimes turns out that way. We work hard, we love with all our soul and spirit. We give, we dedicate, we commit, we try our best. And when all we get is hurt and pain, we don't understand where it came from. And that's the time in our lives to take a look and analyze. And if you really look hard and deep you can almost always find the answer. The pain hurts, I understand, I've had it. But when I looked closely, after all the crying and whining was over, after all the pity parties and calling 500 friends every night, feeling sorry for myself, I realized that I was completely responsible for everything because I chose the path that led me here. While I may have meant well, I still made the main decisions. You see, it's not about everything that you do afterwards to try to hold it together. The relationship, the job, the friendship, whatever it is that is falling apart. It's about making the right choices from the start. And I also realize that many of us didn't have a good start. Some of us come from difficult upbringings. Nobody showed us what to look for in life, in a partner, or in ourselves. I, for example, grew up on fairy tales, and I assumed my prince would come chasing me, and I didn't have to worry about relationships. Our beliefs are there, whether it's something we consciously choose to adopt, or they ingrained themselves into our mind without us taking notice. But now we're living by them. They are often referred to as limiting beliefs. Mostly, they're about ourselves and our self-identity. Sometimes they're about other people and the world in general. And while these beliefs are not our fault per se, we need to be very honest with ourselves and question them. Is life really only about money? Am I really not worth much just because my mother always told me so? Is it true that I cannot be myself or otherwise people will hurt me? Are people really out there to get me and therefore I cannot trust anyone? Am I really too old to pursue my dreams? Again, just some examples of beliefs that we adopt. And these shape our life. They affect what we think, how we feel, and how we behave. So yes, you can say that the past shapes you. And it has, based on your actions in the past. But the actions were based on your beliefs. It's really the beliefs that shape you. And my question back to you is this. Has life brought you the results that you wanted? Are you happy with life now? If you are, great. But maybe ask yourself, the person you were in the past, how you lived, how you thought, how you acted. Maybe that's not who you are anymore. And maybe in the past, life was a struggle, or you lived by other people's standards, or because you thought that's what was needed to live a good life. You get to choose who you want to be now. Who you were in the past doesn't matter. And that is the beauty of life. We get to choose. We get to create the life that we want. Every moment we're living, right now, this moment, and the one after, we get to choose. And what I want to accomplish with this episode is this. Like the title says, start taking control of your life. Don't think that just because you were brought up a certain way, you have a certain level of education, or you are a certain age, that you cannot do something. Recognize that all your dreams are achievable, but you may need to analyze the things that are holding you back. Not to regret, not to beat yourself up over past bad choices, but to accept this journey of life as feedback so you can continually evolve and grow. Become open to see what is being offered to you through the struggles you experienced as it relates to your personal development. Like I always say, there is great wisdom in our pain and in our struggle. But you have to be willing to find it. And then you have to be open to feedback to really understand the components that are missing to achieve what you want. And that goes back to the 3 parts of life. Thoughts, feelings, and actions. Start to see more possibilities. Start to believe in more possibility. And then start to take action on more possibility. And lastly, stay persistent and have patience. You may not know what you fully want just yet. But as you undertake this quest for you, you are on the right track. Because you're asking questions. You are open to information like this podcast. You're searching, and the answers will come to you. As you start searching for meaning and authenticity within you, you are at the same time honoring yourself and respecting yourself more. And by doing so, issues from the past will come out because for the first time, you're paying attention to yourself. Another title of a previous episode. Life will speak to you. You'll get a clearer vision of the person you want to become, and you start to realize what it is that you really want. I know this all sounds a little bit out there, but it's part of this quest for your journey, and I know some of you listening are probably a step ahead, and this message may resonate with you, and if it doesn't, then don't stress over it so much. What I would like for you to get out of it is this. Start taking control of your life just a little bit more. Don't just succumb to the monotonous flow of what is every day. Take an active role in the evolution of your life. Make it unfold. See, look, search. Are you happy with the life you're living? Is the job that you have fulfilling? Is the program you're in that you're studying, is this what you really want to do? Ask questions, ask hard questions. Don't just go with the flow because your parents paid for college, or because you like the people that you work with, or it's a family business and you don't want to disappoint your family. Ask questions. Look and search deep inside whether or not this is the life that you want to live, and start taking control of your life. Once you see how you created it all, bad and good in your life, unconscious or conscious, then you know what you need to do to create the condition for what you want to experience next. If you want to be loved, start being more lovable with people. If you want more money in your life, then maybe change your mindset about money. If you want to live your dream life, find out what it is that is holding you back. Start with your beliefs, then review your feelings, and lastly, take actions. It all goes back to these 3 basic elements. Life is here to serve you on your journey. Make purposeful decisions regarding what you want from life. Decisions that are in line with your true authentic self. If you resist life, life will resist back. If you open up to life, you embrace it and you take control over it, it will answer you. It will answer you in all the ways you can imagine. And that's what I wish for you. Take control and take more ownership of your life, and life will respond and it will open up to you. Much love. Until next time.